So normally, for Andrew's sake, I clap for these kind of things, but doesn't exactly work currently.
Maybe you can snap.
But my name's Brooke Downs. Welcome back to the Wired for Success podcast, a little Halloween edition. A little bit of goofy today, but that's always kind of fun, right? We get our little sharks out, we get our little beaks going. We're gonna talk about some maybe some fun ghost stories, or maybe something we had that we've seen, some of the places we've gone, and some of the cool things like that. In the costume over there, the chicken,
Yay.
is one of my instructors, Mr. Mike Clark. We haven't fully met him yet, but we'll get there. I promise. He's a busy man. He's the man of two hats, one of my IT professionals, one of my great instructors. I got tail. We weren't exactly sure who was going to get the costumes, who's doing what here out this morning. However, it's a little warm in here, so let's get to it. Michael?
Sorry.
How are you?
Fantastic.
That's good, good. Thanks for showing up nice and early. Are you excited for Halloween?
Yeah, it's actually my wife and my kids' favorite holiday.
Yep, I think it's most people's favorite holiday. I don't know if it's because of the candy or the spookies behind it.
My wife likes the spooky. My kids love the candy.
Yeah, I think it's the dentist's favorite holidays too.
Yeah, probably.
You know what's crazy though? I remember when being a kid, you know how it used to be so different trick or treat when we were younger? Well, you can go on any street, anything, and just go all the houses. But you get to the dentist's house, instead of giving like rock hard candy to make money,
Toothbrush.
they give you a toothbrush.
Toothbrushes.
Which when you get older, you appreciate it a little bit.
A little bit.
Cool, but it's so weird now. Like I live in like a little decent residential neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had a kid knock on my door for candy.
Really?
Yeah. We get no trick or treaters.
Mm.
So this year, we're gonna do something different. We're gonna go out and dance, do the thing, get the tail shake going. Shake your tail, kind of.
I have a tail, right?
You have a tail.
Have a tail?
See, tails. So the cool part is, we always want to talk about, people do Halloween for different reasons. People like Halloween for other reasons. One of the coolest things for me, I do really enjoy the spookies. I know we talked about, you have a couple stories of the spookies. Let's start with one of the first ones. Where are you from originally?
I was born in Texas, raised everywhere else.
Born in House, okay.
Spent most of my life my married life in Arkansas.
Kansas.
Mm.
So what did you do in Kansas?
Let's see. In Arkansas, was right after the military. Got out of the military, really didn't know what to do. Our construction is the family trade, so I kind of went into that, and then we kind of made our own company, me and a buddy of mine.
Okay.
And that's when I actually got into telecommunications.
Telecom. Yep, Mike's also a graduate from LAC. So we appreciate that. All that fun stuff. But did your uncle work with the company with this?
My uncle?
Yeah.
No. He actually worked for Lennar down here.
Oh, okay. Now this is the same uncle in the store?
It is.
You know, discuss this like you haven't told me the story, so this is new for everybody.
Ooh.
You told me you told me the end.
Yeah.
You didn't really tell me all the rest of it.
It's so me and my uncle were pretty close.
Yeah.
Back in the day. And he'd tell me stories about him growing up with just my grandpa, because he's much younger than my other uncle and my father. And he also believed in the spookies. And my grandpa always told him to not go in the attic. Not because of anything other than he didn't want him hurting himself in the attic, but my uncle just created up a thing, and he would stick a penny up there, and then he'd go up there the next day, and it'd be a quarter.
I mean, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, right. He always thought it was his father, my grandfather, that did it. Anyway, whenever they left, because he did that off and on for years. And then whenever they left, he's like, if I stick a quarter up there, do I get $1? So he stuck a quarter up there and the house burned down the next day.
Oh. So somebody did not like the quarter.
Somebody did not like the quarter.
No, we're talking like maybe just a crazy person who lived in the attic?
Maybe a crazy person living in the attic, because that's definitely where the fire started. And the doors were still locked whenever the arson people got there.
The arson investigations.
Arson investigations.
Interesting. That's kind of more of the sad side spooky stories.
Oh,
Might get out okay?
yeah. No.
Okay, so not as sad side spooky stories. However, I'm having a sad moment right now because my face is itchy. If I pull my hands out, I lose air. Then it's sad shark.
Sad shark.
So, we'll be on the spooky topics. One of the coolest things I've done recently. Well, still recently, it's been almost a year. When I was in Vegas, I got to go to the Zack Bagans Haunted Museum.
Ooh.
It was very, very neat. But like, you see all the cool dolls, and then he has, it's not the Annabelle, but he does have, for everybody at home, Annabelle is just Raggedy Ann doll. So it was possessed by something, if you believe in that. Don't take my word for it, it happened. He has one from the same lot, which is kind of cool. She sits up there on top, right above the cellar, or above the basement. However, the basement's creepy. Because if you haven't watched the episode, you can always watch the episodes of the museum. We'll walk down to the basement. We have this really cool spirit box thing. It's really dark, and there's a symbol on the ground and whatnot. But every time, it feels like something follows you out of the basement.
Nope.
It's not great. So I walk out that thing backwards. Trying to look at something.
It's kind of like that. If you can't see me, I can't see you.
However,
back out because I can't follow.
If I had seen something, I was running over the entire group of tourists. But the spooky stuff is cool. We're supposed to have some other people for some different stories, but if you guys haven't noticed, our episodes usually come out, I believe, on Fridays. This one's shot on a Tuesday, so this one is going to supersede some of the ones that have already been shot. But this should make it out just fine. Also, it's getting warm in the costumes. You warm?
Nah. I think it's all about fan placement, man.
Fan placement would make more sense.
Yeah, mine's directly on my back. I feel great.
Oh. What if I get away with this all day?
Hell,
as long as Andrew doesn't fall over laughing.
He's just gonna follow you around with a camera for the podcast?
Yeah, it'd be a great time.
Kind
of cool. Think about the fun stories, the cool stuff. You ever have to, you've worked a night shift here, right?
Yeah.
You have to walk up all by yourself?
Oh, so funny. I tell everybody that I don't believe in the paranormal, right?
Yeah.
And it's more, remember when you were a kid and you like covered up your eyes and you're like, if I don't see them, they don't see me?
Yeah, that's the best way to do it.
That's the exact same thing, right? It's I've had a couple of experiences, but I keep telling myself, I don't believe in that. But over there is where we exit, that way. And I didn't know that there was a set of light switches over there. So I would use the light switch over there.
That's right.
This place is, you'd say what? 140 feet left or right?
Yeah, probably.
I probably cleared that in 5 seconds.
I don't know why. I don't think, we've never really looked at the history of the building and stuff like that, but every time I've had to do it, it is quite creepy to walk across the warehouse at night.
Yeah.
In the pitch black.
Yeah.
With very minimum light, so.
Yeah.
It's not always cool, because there's some movies I've seen, I think it's called Lights Out. The same kind of thing. He's in the warehouse, and this girl monster thingamajig can only be in the dark. So, like, he shut the lights off, and then he's clicking on, like, spotlights in between. And, you'll see the shadow, then she'll go away. Then you'll see the shadow in the next one, then she'll go away. So, like, it makes me nervous when I walk out here. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's maybe I have a vivid imagination.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of it. Kind of like when you're a kid and you got to go up the stairs and you got to turn the light off before you go upstairs.
Yeah, but something's always chasing you in your
Yeah. No. You clear those stairs pretty quick.
So fast.
A lot quicker.
Or you're saying fall upstairs.
My kids actually made fun of me last night for doing that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Get it.
Yeah, 35 and I'm still running up the stairs at night.
So I had one when before I did anything else. I was fresh out of high school. I was like a little 18-year-old kid. I worked at Vermont Technical College's security guard. Overnight shifts, Friday through Saturday. Sunday. Every night. Cool. Well, they say the campus in Montpelier is, there's a couple different stories for things. Cool, because one, it used to be like an old Civil War, like, field hospital. Some others was just a girl was waiting for her lover and he didn't make it because like his carriage died or something along the way. So I'm pretty sure, actually that's not true. I can't say pretty sure. I'm like all completely 100% positive that building in the middle, they call it College Hall. It's a really cool kind of place. It's a big old school building. It's got like kind of like a hall in the middle of it. Obviously, that makes sense for college hall. But there's an organ in there. And there'd be certain times I'm doing my security checks, walking around, and I'll hear the organ play. At 18, that's scary. Yeah, cool, just a couple of hours. Cool, just do a couple of little things. So I'd avoid going in there. Or it was funny at the time, my dad worked with me, and he'd relieve me in the mornings. Cool, he goes, hey, there's some lights on in College Hall. And I'll be like, say again? What happened? Because I know I used to do the kind of the smart thing. I'd go from like top to bottom, shutting the lights off. Then cool. In the morning, cool, you could show up, there'd be like 2 or 3 lights on. I think one of my spookiest ones, I think it was the girl waiting for the lover. Because she hang out on the top one. I did do some dumb stuff. I always went up there, try to provoke her and whatnot. But I know for a fact that I'd shut all the lights off. Then, of course, you think you hear something, whatever. So you kind of run down the stairs real fast. I refuse to take the elevator because a very light elevator walking into a pitch black place, not about it. Not doing that. That's not cool. No, I swear. I stepped outside. I walked back. I looked up at everything to make sure it was good. And, one of the lights flicked on, then immediately went back off. And that is on the list of things I'm not going to go investigate.
I'd have quit right there. Done.
Yeah. Kind of, sort of. It worked out. I was like, cool. I'm not going in there ever again. On a different building across the quad. My pop had one. He was sitting there. He said he was doing the night thing. And it kind of stopped because the lights at the end of the hallway flickered, which is how every horror movie starts. And he says he froze there for 5 minutes. The hair on the back of his neck stood up, and he swears up and down that somebody whispered in his ear. There was no one in that door. All this kind of fun stuff. So, yeah. I wasn't always a huge fan of that. I mean, it's cool and it's neat for, the history of places and history of things. But I don't do the ghost things.
No, me neither. It's scary stuff doesn't sit well with me.
Well, not especially with you.
Yeah.
We know why. It's okay. We'll cover that in your own episode. Cool, but it's cool. I always push for the ghost stuff. I always want to go see things. There's a whole many haunted asylums, and everywhere I go, I've been to Gettysburg at 3 o'clock in the morning, and when they talk about, you can hear the fights and the footsteps and some cannons. Again, could be an active imagination or just tired from all the driving, but I was there, and it felt really real. I was like, cool. And it's neat stuff. So I go after the things, but I think the day stuff goes real, I'm gonna do this track talk, and I'm out.
Done. Sometimes the active imagination is what makes it fun, though.
Well, it's the same thing when you're a kid, or when you're playing in the woods and you have that active imagination. You kind of see, the shadows move, or see stuff, which is kind of cool. And you're like, I don't know if it's real or not. Cool, but I'm gonna go.
Yeah, Arkansas, not far from where I'm from, actually has this. It's called a ghost train.
Okay.
It's a light that follows the train tracks. I've actually seen the light.
Haven't someone investigated that before?
Do what?
I think I've seen an investigation of that one.
Probably a few.
Yeah.
But I've seen the light, but I don't know. Try to think of it scientifically. Ball of gas, something like that. I'd much rather believe in aliens than something that's coming to get me. Although technically, I guess that'd be both.
But... I mean, it depends. I think when it comes to the universe and the aliens, I think we're kind of like the ghetto. So when they drive by, they lock their little spaceships. Boop. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Or some cool kids play thing. I don't know. This podcast is getting weird now. But I don't know. The ghost train stuff is always kind of cool. And I've seen a lot of the Ghost Hunter episodes. Look at us just plugging in the shows. I think we're allowed to. But no, all this stuff's really neat because I know Vermont's one of those really cool old historical places. So growing up, we always had places like Emily's Bridge, and we had certain graveyards and certain groups of trees. I've been down to Boston, and they call it the Spiderwick Cemetery. And they call it the seventh gate of hell, which is kind of cool thing. It's a little cool Quaker cemetery out in the middle of absolutely nowhere. I can't remember where in Massachusetts, but I went during Halloween after I did Spooky World, and I'm in New England in Exeter. So it was cool. Went down there. Cool. And everybody walked down. Cool. We saw some of the cool stuff. We saw the spider gate because they call it spider gate because the gate has a big old web on it. Built that way. It was kind of crazy. We're down there, and then all of a sudden, our friends on the car that didn't come down with us started yelling because the cops showed up. He wouldn't come down there to get us. He was on his bullhorn, and it was very, very strange. We're like, cool, man, okay. My buddy, right before we left, he asked for a picture. And I remember my phone being at like 72% battery. It is an iPhone, but it doesn't die that fast. The crazy part was I took the photo and my phone died immediately.
Nope.
It was just kind of creepy, and it's kind of cool if you got everybody looks it up, does the thing, Spidergate, or I can't remember what the other rest of it is called. It's somewhere in Massachusetts when it comes to what they did and what they do, and there's a lot of creepy things, and they like to call it part of the they do a seventh gate because the devil walks around in circles to contemplate the world's end, and there's a dead spot around one tree, and there's no grass, just completely dead spot in a circle. So that was kind of cool to go see. I used to be a lot more adventurous as a child. I say child, I was like 24.
Yeah, well, I'm 34 and I still think I'm a child, so.
That's fair. The cool part is, like, the Rolling Hills Asylum, I want to do that one.
An asylum. Crazy.
The crazy ones. I want to do some of those so bad. One of my favorite movies of all time will always be House on Haunted Hill. It's always a really cool one, so I want to push on the asylum seeking and the ghost adventure stuff. However, when I go back to Vegas, you can investigate the museum. It's a little expensive, like $200 a person, but it sounds really cool.
We should, I should go with you. We should film it, and we should watch as I run out the building screaming.
If they'll allow us.
Maybe.
So, Mike, what do you want to do now? What is there anything currently in the world, cool, that you find spooky or could possibly be haunted that you would like to see?
So, not really. Like I said, I don't do the spooky, but
that's true.
Gabby watches.
When it comes down to some things, we won't get into all the details. Mike is technically a fainting goat, so we'll cover that later.
Fainting goat. That's a great way to express it. But Gabby watches. Oh my gosh, he's somebody here in Florida.
Oh, cool.
And he does a lot of spooky things in and around Florida and a little bit everywhere. So she takes me to places every once in a while. I think she enjoys it.
Ooh.
Either that or she's working on that Till Death Do Us part. But
probably a little faster.
Yeah.
Coolest part, I think, St. Augustine, is wildly haunted, I believe, because it's really old. But there's a haunted ghost tour in that was, I believe, what they call a double entendre or something like that. There's a haunted tour in Ybor. There's some really cool old buildings down in Ybor, obviously, because it's part of the oldest part of the city. But there's a couple different ones. I think one of the playhouses, or one of the play halls, whatever you want to call it. I think there's a dancer, and there's a gentleman in a hat that sits in the crowd. The crowd does some things like that. I think there was part of a building that was burned down. I think the tour covers like 5 different places. I'd love to go do that. It'd be really, really cool.
Yeah.
So like, I'll bring you and Gabby and then just put you on a leash.
You can take Gabby.
It's a good time.
And I mean, you still have a lot of other things. We're in Tampa, so like hollow screen and stuff like that is still a thing.
I did. We did the hollow screen. That was pretty cool this year. I think I went too early. I don't think they were fully staffed. But riding the rides at night's just kind of cool still in the pitch black.
Yeah.
And everybody that knows me, I like my live performances, so I always get to go see the shows. They didn't have the big show this year. They just had one of the small ones. But it was still cool. The Cirque du Extreme. That was a really cool thing. Cool, but we're kind of running out of time for that kind of stuff. I'm more or less upset because I also love Halloween. But Thanksgiving's coming too. And the housing complex across from me, their whole community, they put their Christmas lights up.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Kind of sad. I was like, why? However, if you're not from, the Florida, when you put Christmas lights two-toned on a palm tree, especially if you go like white all the way up, then just some red, it just looks like a lit cigarette.
It does. It does.
They are not pretty trees for that. There's other options, so think about it.
Yeah. I think the Christmas lights should go up until after Thanksgiving.
Cool, I think December 1st. Cool, I'll give you the month of the holiday. You can put your Christmas lights up. I don't put any up. I always say I'm going to do this big cool thing for Halloween and the Christmas and all that. Then the time gets here, and then I don't.
Yeah.
Friday the 13th. So you like a little bit of... That's Jason.
No. What?
Friday the 13th is Jason. That's
Oh,
movies.
my bad. I apologize. I'm crazy.
You're talking Nightmare on Elm Street?
Yeah.
You like Freddy?
Yeah, Freddy.
Those are kind of cool ones. I think my favorite one of them as a kid was Freddy vs. Jason. You know, I got really sad because they stopped making, like, the versus things. And, like, can you imagine, like, a Chucky versus Leprechaun? That'd be a cool movie. I think I'd watch it.
I think anything versus the Leprechaun's gonna win. That
Well,
guy is crazy.
I don't know. Like, there were two movies that I think made me really nervous as a kid. Leprechaun in Vegas was one of them.
Yeah.
I was real little when I saw that. But the biggest one for me, because it goes back to the kind of paranormal stuff, was Stir of Echoes with Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
Stir of Echoes threw me off a little bit. I don't do, like, the cool little jump scares are kind of cool. They're kind of neat. The gory ones are kind of cool, kind of neat. Like all the Rob Zombie films, good, solid films. Are they going to scare you? They're just a little weird and a little out of it. Cool. But, like, the paranormal activities and stuff, like the first one,
Yeah.
again, not super scary, but creepy.
Yeah.
I like those ones. Are you getting warm yet?
Are you what?
Are you getting warm?
Oh no, this fan really is great. Are you getting warm?
Kind of, sort of. We also got to get to work. My watch keeps going off like we got some important things to do. So, you might see me again in the shark costume just because they're kind of fun. But I thank you for joining the bonus episode of the Wired for Success podcast. A little fun, little Halloween. We didn't get to go too crazy to pull up my skirt here to do the stuff. But it's been a good time. I enjoyed hanging out with Mike, so I thank you for sharing, sir, my little chicken buddy.
Yes, sir.
And,
oh, hey, the sky is falling. Chicken little joke.
chicken little joke. Chicken jockey! No? All right. But no, we'll see you guys again. We'll be a little more serious next time, I promise. But it's always good to have a little fun and distress sometimes. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know currently Andrew is a lot. Thanks. Stay 100.